Leroy.
I told you, homeboy.
That's what you call a nuff.
Yeah, that's how we living, and you know.
Like a nuff.
Break it down.
Very,
Following this has been
very sharp.
Why have you got the Nuff doing the stinger for you?
It just makes sense.
You're on fire today. You are on fire. You've never been funnier.
Another hit. That's what happens when you have a night off.
He's fresh.
Look at him.
Hey, boys, the big
And
news.
happy with himself.
He double cobraed himself before. He did. He's right up and about himself, which we've seen before. Hey, the big news of the week was the nightclub scuffle with the Richmond players, and we saw Dimmer stick up for him. Gill said just walk away, and we needed a solution, and it was just bizarre that it came from this man, old Tom Brown. Ooh.
Maybe the AFL should have 6 or 7 nightclubs where the players tend to go to, and they have like some additional security.
You're suggesting the AFL buys nightclubs?
No, just like basically go and do a deal with 6 or 7 ones. You can name them, the Emerson, places like that, where you can get the security in there and maybe even get the players in their own area.
What do you think of that, Doug?
Well, you know what? Give him credit. I reckon that'd be really, really busy. There'd be just no AFL players.
Maybe we shouldn't be taking...
No one would turn up. No players would go. They'd get a lot of other people there, but you wouldn't get any players.
You would. Yeah.
People would come along.
Oh,
So
yeah,
maybe there were some players around.
Maybe we shouldn't take ideas off a man that probably spent most of his time lining up out the front.
Who? Tom Brown.
Tom Brown. Hey, sounds of the game.
Burn likes that.
I did like myself. Hey, we're exclusively mic'd up for Triple M, and well, I just need to get an explanation of what's happening here.
All clear, one behind Baz. It was Frost down there, it was, who had a bit of a nervous moment. He was about to take it over, and
I think it's important for us to point out that's not us sniffing.
I don't know whether Basil Zemplis was doing the call.
He won't have a big hanky.
Liam Pickering, who else got a big snoz? Tunners?
Luke Taylor, our former producer. Well, you could hear him sniffing from Friday night.
Bill Laurie.
Not the great Fanto.
Oh, come on, Bill.
Come on,
we
now
don't
it's
whack
gone
him.
too far.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Bill.
Not often Duck.
Bed sheet, Bill.
Not often Duck gets things wrong. Did you say bed sheet, Bill?
That's what he uses for
Oh, right, yeah. Not often you get things wrong, Duck. But you're in a bit of a. He was in a bit of a mood last week, wasn't he, Jim?
Was.
And well, Mason Redmond was having a shot from 60 metres out, and this is how Duck called it. You do call it as you see it.
Telling the umpire he's having a shot so he can waste 30 seconds and he's no chance. It's a big glass half hippie for the former Ducks today.
Look at that. He has flushed it. He's flushed it from a mile. And he's turned around Duck and said, cop that. I don't care how immortal you think you are.
So he went from wasting 30 seconds to no chance to he actually hit the back fence. Mason Redmond.
You know what? He'll never do that kick ever again. I reckon he had a gale behind him.
No predator.
Absolute
I
gale
don't think
behind
there was
him.
any wind. We went down to the boundary. But anyway, last week, speaking of last week, we couldn't go to Sydney because of the COVID. But during the game, we had a couple of issues. This is the first one.
He manages to find the man who gave it to him in Snelling, and just a little all points bulletin out to the Fox director. The ball needs to be in shot just as often as you can.
He's
Just so that people watching the game can see where the football is. Because it's called football.
All points. He's put out an all points.
Pretty important purple.
Because it's called football. It's got to be on the ball. But that
actually got it on the screen.
well, that was in the first quarter. And you'd think if they made a mistake early, they might just get it right by the last quarter. Especially when the game started to tighten up.
Yes.
Been a scoring end, hasn't it? To the left of...
Oh, Laverde! He tried to do some disco work. He couldn't have buggered it up anymore.
Toby Green.
And we don't know what's happening. The director of Fox has just completely lost the handle.
You've gone again.
Has lost the handle.
The director.
And forgotten we got to watch the bloody game.
The ball. We think he's kicked a goal.
Toby Green has walked in and kicked the sausage. A complete cock up on about 8 levels. Purple. A goal was kicked and the ball never appeared on the screen. No one knew who'd kicked it, what had happened.
He's ahead of his time. He's ahead of the
If you did
play.
listen,
No,
if you
what
did
do
listen
we
to that
get-
call, I assume that Toby kicked the goal.
Yeah, we guessed.
But,
Thanks,
but,
what
but,
I was just
but it was
saying.
only an assumption.
Never assumed.
Before you jump on, why don't we get that sort of Jim on Channel 7's coverage?
No, because the ball's always on the screen.
I'm talking about the irreverent Jim.
Well done, Jim.
That's
Well
what it
played.
is, yes.
Yeah, we need to move on to old Mr. Perce Bushby here.
Yeah, but,
I don't need to explain this. This is just classic Nuff from you again, Bill.
As North Melbourne, I feel now in the context of the 2021 season. And
what's Fat doing?
What was that?
What are you eating? You're down at Cremorne. What are you eating?
Curried sausages, Jim.
Oh, my God.
How's the clink? If you're going to try and eat sausages, don't drop the plate, Bill.
No, I dropped the knife and fork.
Just smashed it.
Mid-segment, while Purple was talking on air, Bill's eating curried sausage.
And then with that knife and fork on the floor, he then picked the sausage up with his hand and just ate it.
No, it was a mashed potato.
And curried
Duck
sausages.
Yeah, how
Yum.
good are curried sausages?
Oh, I love it.
These
My
ones-
nana used to do them, Bill.
These ones weren't as good as Mum's. Oh,
Right.
Mum's curried
Gotta have-
sausages.
Put a
Oh.
bit of chili in with them as well.
Hey, getting back to last week's call, Zachy Sproul. Now we found one, Jim. We found one. We went from never hearing of this man.
This is Zach Sproul.
Sprouler.
Man, you've kept a close eye on JB.
Real close eye on. Quite surprised on the team sheet to actually see his name on there as he drops that over the top to Hopper.
And then we started to develop a bit of a relationship with this man. I guess we sensed a bit of, reptilian sort of behaviour
we
from
did,
him, and
we did.
we really started to warm to him.
Tom Green, wheel and go, long ball inside 50. That's Prowler! Oh, got to the back of him. He got somewhere near a Duke, and there's excitement every time.
Didn't have a touch in the second half.
And guess who got dropped this week?
Didn't recognise the pill.
Oh, we'll get to that, Bill. But at this
Bill,
stage,
he's stepping over his
he's
segment
done
again.
it again. He's just ruined this.
Oh, Bill.
No, but at this stage, we hadn't realised, Jim, that we'd really uncovered enough. Now, this man debuted in 2019, and what we didn't realise was that was his first win, and this is him in a one-on-one interview after the game.
Yeah, I've got a Powerade here. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, you're not allowed to give it. Not allowed to have a Gatorade chest. I'm going to give myself one. Oh, shit. What a win. Good feeling. Good feeling. Little extra.
Is that the Sprouler?
Is that the Sproul?
Spreller's giving himself a Gatorade
Shadow
shot.
car.
Yeah, he's not had to laugh
What's he
on
on
him as
about, the
well.
Sprout?
Yeah, I don't know,
Sounds
but this week, Jim, got him dropped.
Yeah,
Even
Jim.
though Bill just tried to cut in, and this week, Mr. Sprowler, you are this.
Nuff of the week.
What about that for a closure? But that was just entertainment. That man will bring us a lot of laughs.
You
this
know
year.
where he's from?
Where?
Albury.
Very weird looking unit.
He's
Sprouler.
probably,
Probably in the
he's
squad.
probably in the squad here.
Oh, no. No,
Yeah,
Zach
exactly
Sprowler's in it.
Actually, he's in the team.
No, he's not.
He had
Albury
the-
boy.
He had the sides cut way too
Oh,
high
yeah,
for the
yeah.
size of his ears, Prowler. That was a
Yeah.
bit of the issue. So that attracted us to him. What you heard, a very good segment, by the way,
Nice,
but
man.
what you heard during there was the reference to Immortal.
Yes, yes.
And that's because, I don't know, you had gone by this stage last week, Damo, but Duck worked out that in the NRL, they have a thing called an Immortal,
They do.
which is above a legend, above any other
Yes.
category you can
Yes.
have.
Yep.
And there's only about 6 of them.
Yep.
And he was of the opinion, Bill, that they should bring that into the
Oh,
AFL
of course.
because he had a member ready to go.
I knew where you were going.
He said this isn't about me, but
Yeah,
I would be
Senior,
probably spoken
Bill,
about.
And Dunstall, who I was talking about.
So what do we have? Legends.
We have legends. It's the same. It's meant to be the same thing.
They only have 7 Immortals, don't they?
Yeah.
They do,
I think it is that. Few.
Joey
Yeah.
John's the most recent. And our man Cam Smith straight in.
Yeah,
Sure.
should
He'll
be.
be an immortal. So will Thurston's. Jonathan Thurston.
Johnny Raver going all the way back to
Yeah.
the absolute legends, including...
Wally Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be an immortal.
Darley M.
Daly M. Anyway, Duck was of the opinion that if we introduced anything like that
Duck.
into our
He does it. He does
You
it well.
and
doesn't
Blighty,
he?
imagine them in the box. They'd be fighting over who's a immortal.
Duck does it well though. Is anything he thinks he should be involved in? I've sort of got
Brings
to
it
know
up,
him a
yeah.
fair bit being on this show. He just sort of anything he
Puts
thinks
a
he
toe
should
in.
be in. He throws a couple other players that
That's
are probably
it.
just a bit below him.
Yeah,
they'll be in, and then
exactly
the
what he does.
Say, oh, you should be
very
Duck.
good point.
You worked him out well
exactly
done.
what he does.
Yeah, thanks, Bill.
Anyway,
Not even in the squad, Bill.